We have Mr. Lapsin, Vice President, Danieli, Centro Metalogics, with us today. So I have few questions from you. The first question: with Danieli now executing its ninth SBQ mill in India, how do you see the balance changing between brownfield upgrades and greenfield SBQ integrated steel plants when clients sign EPC contracts today?
Yeah, I think that in the end, the big advantage of brownfield projects is that usually the overall investment cost is lower.
Yeah.
So I think that brownfields will still go more and more and in the transformation of the industry. Nevertheless, since a lot of facilities are being completely restructured and rethought in India, for that the greenfield will be always available. EPC is a different subject because EPC is something that is so much, let's say, used in the Middle East, where also the availability of big companies for big projects is more present. And I think that this model maybe is less useful for Indian market.
Yeah. Moving ahead to the next question, are you seeing more projects where DRI, Beneficiation, and SBQ are being packaged together under a single EPC contract rather than being executed as a separate projects?
We have one case that is ongoing now, that I know in which there is a tender and going these days. So we think that it's real. It can come through, even though when you look at the financial profitability and executability, it's easier if you decouple the stages of the investment. So in the future, I think it will be possible to have this big project. The advantage is being that you are coordinating very much well between the single stages of the project. But on the other side, financially, is more, let's say, tough.
Yeah.
So that's why I think that execution in stages will always be the most used way by the customers to approach the technology change.
Okay. So the next question is, with Make in India and PLI style incentives pushing for higher localization in automotive and engineering, what is your advice to steel plant owners on EPC packages that front load SBQ specialty bar capacity while still keeping DRI beneficiation units flexible enough for broader product mix down the road?
Yeah. So I think there are two questions in one question.
Yeah.
One question is the flexibility.
Yeah.
I think it's this is a must, because if you invest on a production mode that is only, let's say, related to one way, I say, suppose that you have one mine or one source, and then you get everything, let's say, in that stream. If something goes wrong, then your business profitability is stopped. So having the flexibility is one point, and beneficiation plants will be more used in that because they open a window to also to treat more difficult material.
Yeah.
EPC is again, I think that there will be places in which packages, there will be packages in which let's say there will be a collaboration, also including possibly EPC. It's difficult that it will involve big projects, but it will be done possibly to part of the project where it's more profitable to do so.
Okay. In Spain, Lopez Soriano is upgrading its scrapyard with a Danieli pre-shredder to safely break down and stabilize scrap before it goes to the shredder.
Yeah.
Given India's large but highly fragmented scrap market, do you see a similar vision taking shape here, dedicated high-efficiency scrap processing hubs that can supply EAF steel plants with uniform, cleaner and safer scrap?
This is something that in the future will happen more and more, scrap selection and scrap improvement quality. So definitely it is happening. It's happening also in Europe. It will happen here. There are facilities in which the scrap selection is done manually. There are facilities in which it's done automatically. The problem is the capacity. So typically, these facilities are working well, but the capacity is not enough to feed a unit that has a mass production. So that's where I think that there will be more facilities like this. I think this is a point in which Danieli can, let's say, also approach more, also the possibility for partnership inside India. But also there will be integration with, let's say, a source of crude iron units that are necessary to purify the steel that is produced after.
Okay. India is undergoing one of the largest steel capacity expansion phases globally. How do you view the Indian market opportunity for steel technology providers over the next few years?
Well, we think that it's a market that has shown that it has the need to grow, and it has this tendency to grow. So for us, it's a quite important market. And as I said when I was on the stage, I think it's important that we are not going alone, but we are working in partnership with clients and also with other engineering and manufacturing companies. So we are also diverting to procure more in India, and we think that this is important for India, but also for the technology providers if we want to stay right weight in the market.
Okay, sure. How would you describe your experience at the Metalogic PMS event in terms of insights and networking that has been shared?
I think it's quite interesting for us. You guys organized very well the event, and there are a lot of industries present in which also there is a possibility to exchange of ideas. And that in the end is the ultimate target of these conferences.
Yeah.
So my congratulations for the event.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for the appreciation, sir, and thank you so much for the time.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.